Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Stellaris. Last episode, we've continued our outward expansion. We've begun researching that ancient species of plants a bit more intently, and we are still working towards the unifying promise of the Grand Matriarch, which we seem to be doing quite well on. Or at the very least, we are managing to fulfill the promise to a satisfying degree in terms of what the citizens would care for. However, our situation log is filling up, and we have not even encountered intelligent alien life forms yet. So we will have to see how much longer we can live in this kind of blissful ignorance of the outside outside galactic community. And then from there, we will kind of have to see. Yeah. So let's unpause. It's currently the year 2221. It is currently June 5th of 2221. And we will have to see where things take us. Yeah. So we're kind of slowly making our way through.
Construction complete.
Kind of claiming systems for ourselves, and in the process, we are expanding the potential outreach of our planets. Currently, we haven't run into a lot of planets we can inhabit, but we are very slowly making our outreach a bit more widespread. Potentially we could find something in these like little pockets here that we haven't fully explored yet. But and once we fill out all this space, we could maybe go out and grab even more space. And we'll just have to see how it goes, you know. But for now, we're not really doing a whole lot. I think I'm just gonna jump forward to the next big event that happens. So, just to kind of save everybody some time, I know last episode had probably a lot of just kind of me sitting here, staring at the screen, trying to think of things to do. So, we'll see how things go. I'll see you the next time something important happens. Alright, here we are. We have apparently gotten to the next update on our archaeological dig in relation to the Baol organism. Several exemplary Baol fossils have been recovered, revealing the long-lost species to have been a hive mind, billions of plantoid units working together as a whole, while the leaves and roots and branches of, like the leaves and roots and branches of a tree. Dendrochronology suggests an individual Baol specimen had a lifespan in the hundreds of years. The lack of structural ruins on the planet appears to be a result of the Baol's reliance on remarkable organic technology, from ships and buildings to wetware biocomputers and to the reliance on such organic technology and time doing what it does to organic matter. Basically, all of their technology not being made of artificial components won't leave anything behind. Maybe some fossils, but how would we be able to really distinguish them from anything else? Fascinating. And apparently our matriarch has a bigger thing.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
I think I'm gonna take Piscetic 2. There we go. And we got our ZRG mining facilities upgraded. Let's lower the cost of building corvettes.
System survey complete.
Very good.
Construction complete.
Oh, we have actually found another planet, although it's not a planet we can really do anything with. It's an arid world. It's a moon of a planet in a nice big blue star. That's nice. Ollie and oh, hey, just in time for that. Right, let's pause real quick. I'm gonna build a handful of buildings on Global Farms and Reaper's Folly just to kind of help get things set up. And apparently we have completed that archaeological dig. We have found another Grunner data crystal. Coordinates describing the location of another former Baol colony have been extracted from a shattered Grunner data crystal. Perhaps this planet will boast some of the riches sought after by the Baol's ancient enemies. And where
Situation
is
log
that
updated.
new area? It is... Alright, you know what? We're just going to do all research projects in the system, just to kind of make things a little bit less time-consuming later. And in the meantime, we are just slowly working on expanding our borders slightly faster. See about building another city district on Kawkusis, just to kind of get some more jobs in. And there aren't really any jobs on this planet either, so we should probably work on that. In fact, I'm probably going to, on Reaper's Folly, also build a medical center, because that will increase how quickly our population on this planet grows. It also gives some more amenities, but it will cost some consumer goods, which we are currently running a deficit on, but this is the planet that's going to make more consumer goods, so... So I'm going to build a medical center, and then probably after I'm going to build a civilian industries to get more consumer goods made. But that's kind of a long-term plan, at least. In the meantime, we're just kind of slowly
Anomaly found.
getting things dealt with. Oh, if you're worried about me, like, ignoring all these anomalies, that's mainly because what I'm going to do is, once I've kind of gotten this, like, core territory figured out, I'm going to have them just go and get all of these simultaneously. Just so that way we... Oop! Alright, so we found...
Special project
hang on.
complete.
Life on Nebular planet was doomed from the start. The dominant species barely had time to awaken to sapience and invent agriculture before geological mechanisms caused the Earth to sour. Samples from lower soil strata and fossilized remains show that vital minerals needed to rejuvenate the soil ended up in the endoskeletons of the native beings, their bones fossilized instead of decaying, and their existence exhausted the fragile ecosystem, leaving it permanently transformed. So... basically, look, I'm not an expert on these things, but it's kind of like, from what I know of, like, biology and such, it's actually similar to an event that occurred on Earth millions upon billions of years ago, that basically trees were sapping the soil out of the ground, but nothing was around to, like, break down the dead trees. And so when the trees died, all that nutrition that they soaked up was just gone. And so there was a point in Earth's history where, like, we came very close to just all the soil turning bad, and then all the plants died. And it seems like they had a similar event happen on this planet, but it was, instead of plant life, it was the whatever mineral was composed of their bone structure just kind of soaked up all these stuff, and it wasn't being returned. Nothing was breaking down their skeletons after they died, and so it just kind of, all the nutrition, all the vital mineral nutrients that they needed just slowly got sapped out, and then that was it. Which is quite depressing. We've found a skeleton. Congratulations, unknown humanoid. Alright, so that's that taken care of, and now on to the actually, like, main event. Where we are going to study the former Baol colony, the Shattered.
Special project complete.
The crew of the research vessel were initially certain they had made a triangulation mistake when deducing the coordinates of a supposed Baol colony in the Ninkanda system, having found nothing but asteroids where they expected a life-bearing planet. However, closer study of the asteroid's composition has revealed that they are in fact what remains of the former Baol colony. The once lush planet has been blown into several thousand rocky pieces by some unknown collision, occurring roughly 7 million years ago. Deduction suggests that the Grunner played some role in the planet's dark fate. One particularly promising asteroid has been selected for further study, as it appears to possess a large number of fossilized life forms from the lost planet. Well, let's start digging. Going to upgrade our fleets, and we're going to assign our Minister of Defense into working on our running our fleet just to make it a little bit better. We're still probably quite behind in terms of fleets right now,
Our ships
but
have been improved.
it is kind of the best we've got for the time being. We're not exactly in a great spot technologically or probably economically. Well, economically we've probably caught up, but military-wise we still have a long ways to go, which is probably why it's for the best that we haven't really contacted anyone yet, because otherwise there's a chance that we would be kind of screwed. Though I'm guessing it's been 25 years. There may be something lurking out there that we don't know about. Like, as they say, the universe is a dark forest, and, well, when you're out there, you're likely to find predators if you're not careful. We'll have to see how things go. Oh, we have an update. Alright. Biocomputer fossil. We managed to extract some data fragments from a particularly well-preserved Baol biocomputer fossil. This 10-million-year-old relic appears to contain pedagogical information intended for immature members of the species, not yet ready to receive the full range of a hive mind's neural connection. Young Baol, or saplings, were introduced to growth techniques, horticulture, and nutrition in a more curated experience. These findings suggest a Baol society prized terrestrial landscaping and ecosystem management, and were also highly dependent on it for their survival. Alright, we have found a biocomputer. Are we actually working on... No, we're not working on the Space Museum. We should probably do that. Just to, get some... Get ourselves kind of... make use of a lot of these relics that we've been finding. Or these, little curiosities that we've been finding. I mean, we can also pawn them off to other people once we find some. Maybe they'll want to purchase our fossilized plant computer. I don't know why they'd want to do that, just for the sake of putting it in their own museum, but who knows, maybe they will. It's like a... It's like an action figure. Oh, in case anybody's wondering the reason why, it's probably explained in the Empire Creation video, but in case it didn't come across, the reason why we have, loads of pre-sapients that are unemployed on our planet is because that is, part of our species. If we go to the species, menu... I'm going to pause that. We have this trait nascent stage. It basically means after a pop is grown, for 5 years after it's grown, it actually doesn't count as a full pop. It's it's like a kid, It's like a new, well, I guess in our case, it's like an egg or a larva, sort of thing. And it means it can't actually do any work, but they count it as a pre-sapient. And so that's why, it says we have loads of unemployed pre-sapients. It's because technically it's all the, the children in the colonies and such. In 5 years, they'll become fully fledged adults and they can actually do proper work. Yeah. Anyways, figured I'd explain that, and apparently we have another update on our precursor. So, the discovery of another ancient Baol biocomputer remnant has yielded further insight into this planetoid hive mind's history. The Baol appear to have originated from a single planet, its location unknown, as mere plant life. Prehistoric Baol were all clones of their apparent plants, and gradually developed a capacity for hive consciousness over millions of years of slow, peaceful growth on their home planet. Interesting. Alright. So they're kind of, a big grove of trees that have just managed to spread across the galaxy, or at least a very small portion of the galaxy. Why do we have slave processing facilities? We don't have any slaves. There goes the monetization again. And apparently we have finished a thing. So strong on our own, we're gonna have more pop growth speed, stability, encryption. Ooh, hang on. It's triggered an event. Terraform insight. Interesting. Recent years have boasted unparalleled prosperity and stability, owing to our most talented scientists seeking new worlds to grow and exploit. They managed something that was, given our current understanding of xenobiology, believed impossible. They managed to implant our native flora and fauna into an alien planet, changing it to suit our population through the use of enormous earthworks. Although replicating a success now is unlikely, as the changed planet was rather unique, it has shown that in time we could enhance and adapt this process to suit other worlds. Until then, we can allocate funds to grow the Empire in other areas. Oh, cool. We've gotten a little bit of progress towards terrestrial sculpting. So we are very slowly getting in the way of terraforming, which is a good idea because terraforming is a useful technology to have.
Complete.
What all can we do? I think we'll just do a higher purpose, make people happier and therefore more productive. And I think from there we're going to, oh, actually, hang on. They apparently managed to do it on this one, so you know what? We're gonna colonize this planet. It has low gravity, meaning we have less habitability, but it has a lower building cost. I guess, because you don't have to spend as much material to make things stay up, because things aren't being pulled down by gravity as hard. Interesting. What's the difference here? Oh, you know what? This is like the jump ship ones. Okay, we're gonna build like an actual like colony ship, not like a. What is this planet good for? You know what? Let's get a tech world going. I feel like we should probably have some technology. And hey, that would, they founded the principle of terraforming on this planet. We can use that to
Construction complete.
Hang on, let me pause real quick. We can use that as like a launching off point for having more and grander technologies discovered. So we're gonna call this See It. We're gonna call this what's the name of our leader? Hang on. Our leader is named. Hold on. Enax. Okay, we're gonna call that Enax's study. There we go. And we're going to give this guy, I think, probably aggressive for his next trait, or their next. I have no idea. I barely pay attention to the gender of our rulers, especially when it's
Anomaly
kind of. What on earth is? Oh, blunt. Okay, hang on. Is that a?
Construction complete.
No, I thought for a second the icon for blunt was like a little Sparta kick. Anyways, back to our precursor event. A Granur data crystal has been recovered on. Oh, because it's an asteroid, it has like a designation, not really a name. Okay. Dating back some 7 million years ago, Data Crystal contains partially readable military records pertaining to the planet's invasion. Apparently the Grunner were expecting some measure of armed resistance and were not impressed by the incredibly slow-moving Baol. The record describes with the ease with which the Baol's delayed responses were circumvented in a highly derogatory fashion. Yeah, fair enough. Alright. Bullying the fucking plant people. That's just rude. We're just gonna... Oop, hang on, we have an overworked council, apparently. The council is overwhelmed. While Matriarch Enox's energy seems unlimited, the councilors are overworked by the demands of Galactic Empire. Issues have been left unresolved, and it will be necessary to pick up some of the slack. Apparently, we are just going to have slower council agenda speed for a while. Well, that sucks. Oh well. The council agendas aren't exactly the be-all, end-all in terms of these things. And, oh, apparently now we can upgrade Reaper's Folly to have a better, like, planetary administration hub, meaning we can get more done with them. Very good. Ooh, torpedo boats. That means we can level the playing field a bit. Torpedo boats are basically better against ships that are larger than them. And they're like the second smallest ship in the game. So yeah, they're pretty good. Let's get that. Alright. And apparently we have encountered a system with a binary star system with some planets that have some possibility. An ocean world, which I believe would actually be close enough to our continental preference to be actually somewhat habitable, so that's a thing. And honestly, you know what? This may end up being the I mean, just look at that. That's nice. That's nice. This game is very pretty. If you pay attention. What was that? Hang on. Oh, a leader leveled up. You're our Minister of Exploration. You're currently exploring. Actually, are you currently? Yes, you are. You know what? You gotta take Explore, just so that way that last system you survey can maybe get a bit more anomalies out of. And then from there, we're probably going to... how's this coming along? We're getting there. We have 666 fleet power. That's somewhat concerning. Our planets are fairly well. We have almost 100% stability, which is quite the achievement for Stellaris. This one has 100% stability. Holy crap! What is like causing so much stability? Is it just because we have like loads of amenities? Ancient Vow, strong on our own agenda. Probably the strong on our own agenda is probably helping quite a bit. Like what's causing this one? Yeah, it's just high. Oh, it also helps that we have an 83% pop approval rating. Yeah, that probably also helps. Everybody here likes us. Which, depending on how things go, when we start conquering people, may change. Because, you know, like, I mean, our people are going to be happy. But the people who we conquered aren't going to be happy. Assuming we do any conquering. We may be kind of a weird little isolationist group in our empire. Who knows? See if we can... Oh, hey, there we go. Nice. Alright. So, we have uncovered yet another Grunner data crystal, detailing a series of military orders, including the coordinates of another former Baol colony. Our archaeologists, eager to further unravel the history of these two foes, are uploading the data now. And perhaps, third time's a charm. However, looking at how long this video has been, potentially, again, I'll have to see when I edit it, I'm going to call it there, and that is going to be probably the last you're going to see of this from until next week, because this should be Friday's episode right here. And in that case, I hope you all have a good weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Take care.